Years ago, the bustling harbor city of Shanmei was haunted by a figure whispered about only as the London street butcher. No one knew his real name, but everyone feared the grotesque signature of his work. Bodies were found strung up in alleyways like festival lanterns, skin stitched with eerie patterns, organs missing, entrails braided like ropes. Men, women, even children, he didn't discriminate. And then, one monsoon season, the killings stopped. The police never caught him. The city tried to move on, but his shadow lingered in every dark street. Years later, the murders returned, but it wasn't him. A vicious street gang calling themselves the Redfish Syndicate began copying his style, but their kills were sloppy, brutal without artistry. They terrified the city for months before the police caught some, but not all. Then one night, they took my younger brother, Wei. He was just 16, always smiling, always sketching little boats. In his notebook, he disappeared while riding his bike home from school. The first phone call came, only the sound of breathing. The second, a demand, 200,000 yuan, or the boy disappears forever. We didn't have a fraction of that. My mother wept. My uncle, who had limped with a cane since I was a child, suddenly began leaving the house at night. He claimed he was asking old friends for help. We believed him. 2 nights later, the police called. They had found Wei. We rushed to a rotting fishing warehouse at the far end of the docks. Inside, Wei sat on the floor, trembling, his school uniform soaked in blood. He was alive, but the smell, the scene around him, not one body, not 2, almost 20. Half were members of the syndicate. The others were their business partners. Every corpse was shredded, hanging from rusted hooks, their bodies decorated in horrifying patterns. Intestines woven through the rafters like festival streamers. In one dead man's pocket, the police found a letter. Return him by midnight, or I will return you to the tide. Piece by piece, one for each scream. The handwriting was identical to the original. Lantern Street Butcher. The police refused to believe it. The butcher had vanished over a decade ago. Most assumed he was dead. But I knew. That night, I noticed my uncle's cane leaning against the doorway, not in its usual spot. The metal tip was crusted with dried, dark red flakes. I followed the faint sound of humming down the hall. His bedroom door was ajar. Inside, he sat on the edge of the bed. No cane in sight, both legs planted firmly on the floor. He was sharpening a cleaver. When he saw me, he didn't hide it, didn't even pause. He met my eyes with a calm, almost gentle look, and in a voice I had never heard from him before. He said, "They should never have touched my family," and in that moment, I understood. The Lantern Street Butcher hadn't vanished. He had been sitting at our table every night, smiling like any other man in Shanmei.